Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today another Art of Rap review. I know you're probably getting sick of them, but I've got to talk about this Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. In terms of the performers, Dougie Fresh was one of the best performers I saw at the Art of Rap. Clearly, lifelong performer, amazing command of the crowd, got everyone up and excited. He was able to talk about his influence on dance, in particular the Dougie, which is a dance, I guess, of maybe 10 years ago now, and his initial influence on that. He is responsible for the Let Me Clear My Throat sample, which is used heavily, and just an amazing guy to see perform. I had noted in the previous Short Funk recording, leading into actually going to see the Art of Rap prior to seeing it, that I was really interested in seeing Slick Rick perform. As my wife noted, Slick Rick is physically probably one of the weakest rappers you could imagine. He's clearly been, he was never physically strong, but the time that he spent in prison had an impact on him. And he certainly felt like the oldest gentleman up on the stage. That being said, his voice has also dramatically changed. It's been 30 years since he recorded with a British accent. Doesn't really have that accent anymore. I guess once you've been in, prisons for a length of time, you probably lose that accent. He did have that on his characteristic eye patch. We were sufficiently far from the stage that we really couldn't get a close look at the various performers. But in his case, he had a woman bring out all his gold about a minute into his onstage performance. And he and Dougie Fresh actually shared time, which was wonderful. So we got kind of 40 minutes of them together rather than the slightly jilted kind of 20 minutes and then maybe 5 minutes interchange for them to set up the new DJ's equipment and this kind of stuff. We got a very intense period of two performers that have performed together historically very well. Obviously, there was a period of time where Slick Rick was in prison. Some of the breadth of the Slick Rick stuff, I've got a lot of the Slick Rick albums and know, the breadth of his stuff, and it was difficult because he had to do a lot of the performances with Dougie Fresh, and he wasn't doing any of his, classic. he did Mona Lisa and, these kind of standards for him. But none that were really, this is for the eclectic Slick Rick folks. But it was just amazing to see him on stage. It was just amazing to see this performer perform. Similarly, Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh was untouchable in the evening and presented himself in such a way that he was just very approachable and interesting. And just consummate professional in terms of what he did. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.